The Necrobinder, 66 max health, 99 starting coins, as do they all. Spireborn Lich who seeks revenge calls upon her trusty left hand, Otzi, in combat. At the start of your turn, summon one. We share the same goal. He killed all that I love. My power is yours. In one card reward and procure one random potion, 150 gold, or transform a strike and defend. 6 damage, strike, regular, 4 of them, defend, 4 of them, summon 5. And unleash. Otzi deals 6 damage and additional equal to Otzi's current HP. Not far to the nearest shop. I'll grab the gold. And kind of be forced into going that way. That's a lot of rests. Maybe hit the shop again? Or I could swing a right. Which is the only way to... Well, no, I could go... It's far more dangerous, though. Or I could go up here, grab that, grab that. That still gives me 2. But then I'm not hitting the shop. Well, I've kind of got to hit the shop since I took the money. Let's see. Absorbs all unblocked attack damage. Let's give you some health. Take a little bit of damage there. Sludge Spinner. Make you do some damage. Block up. And yeah, you are slowly healing as well. With my 1 summon per turn. Summon more. Where did this hand come from? That's probably going to be lured to me at some point in the timeline. Invoke. Next turn summon 2 and gain 2 energy. Defile. Ethereal 13 damage. Grave Blast. 4 damage. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Exhaust. Ethereal 13 damage. It's not bad considering what we currently have. Quite like Invoke as well. I'll take a Defile. So, 8 damage to all enemies. Drain power, 10 damage. Upgrade 2 random cards in the discard pile. Apply 3 Doom to yourself. Gain an energy. 29 Doom to all enemies. Kill enemies with at least as much Doom as HP. The end of enemy turn. Whenever you play a Soul, a random enemy loses 6 HP. Soul is 0 cost and draws 2. Well, let's get rid of a strike. And Quite like the sound of salvo, actually. Sea bunk. Goodbye, Otzi. Hello, Otzi. Power damage and retain. Blockety block. Yeah. Having some pretty high damage cards against the opening act is pretty good. Waterfall Giant. Deal damage equal to the enemy's doom. That would be great if I had things that apply to doom, which I don't. 6 block in a week. Ethereal? Yeah. Right hand. Another Defile, Grave Warden, 8 block, add a soul into your draw pile. Flatten, Otzi deals 12 damage, costs 0 if Otzi has attacked this turn. Otzi deals 4 damage whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more, returned from your hand from the discard pile. Summon 3 X times. Add X souls into your draw pile. Quite like the sound of that. And another event. Discover a secluded chamber. Steam rises from bubbling pools of hot liquid that shifts colours with hypnotic rhythm. Barnacled growths hang from the ceiling, dripping viscous fluid that hisses and writhes when it touches the surface. The air feels heavy, laden with salt and something unmistakably organic. As you approach the edge of the largest pool, the liquid ripples. The waters bubble more intensely as if anticipating your entry. Take a bit of temporary damage. Liquid burns against your skin, simultaneously freezing and scalding. Beneath the surface, something brushes against your legs. Tendrils? Currents with purpose? But when the pain subsides, you feel denser somehow, more substantial. The water seemed to hum with satisfaction. Temperature keeps rising. Keeps getting hotter. That'll do. Because I can gain most of it right back here anyway. Yep, I can gain all of it right back. Fair bit of max health gain for free. This or that, arms suddenly jut out from a nearby hole, clutching a suspicious bag of riches and a clearly cursed relic. This or that, a scratched-up voice whispers from below. Clumsy to your deck, gain a random relic. Clumsy's not terrible. It is not the worst curse of all times, but still, I'll take this. Grab the bag, and as soon as you do, a third hand appears and clutches at you. After a frantic struggle it releases, the arms and hole have vanished. Nine damage. 16. 7 block 2 weak. Souls plus. Deals 3 cards. Yeah. I'll upgrade that. Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal HP. Like so. Bodyguard summon 7. That being too weak, I think, is pretty good. That'll help. Toad pole. Summon 5. That'll get me 12. And a ton of card draw. Draw cards. Block. Defile. Block again. Swish, swish, swish. Okay. Weaken you. Obtain my hand this turn. 1 down. Damage! Severance, 13 damage, add a soul into your draw pile, hand, and discard pile. High 5, Otzi deals 11 damage and applies 2 vulnerable to all enemies. Brave Warden, 8 block, add a soul into your draw pile. I'll take the high 5. Skulking Colony cannot lose more than 20 HP each turn. Block. Bunch of dazed in the discard pile. Block and weaken. Insert a soul into my draw pile. Let's draw some cards. I was hoping to get some dazed out of the way. That didn't happen. Retain the hand. Do the rest of the damage possible. Summon. It's 12. Let's see, we'll survive that. With 2 HP. So... Throw up the weak. Throw in the defile. May as well just hit them again. Works out fine. And I know I can't quite kill this turn. It's 4, 5, 7, 16. Survives again. Unleash. Summon more. Look at all that max HP. Kaboom, kabam. Ooh. Now rest at rest sites 3 times max. Misery, 7 damage. Apply any debuffs on the enemy to all other enemies. Well, it's 0 cost 7 damage if nothing else. And I can spread the weak. Hello. Gremlin Merc. Steals gold. One of those sorts. Do some damage. Money, money. Do some damage. Maybe should have played that first, but I think I'd rather block anyway. Something is off about this creature. Let's see. It's 2 goblins in a trench coat. Goblins, gremlins, same thing. Yep, you're about to try and run away. Figured. Down you go. Bodyguard keeps Otzi alive. And away you go. Do not steal. Thou shalt not steal. Gain 1 energy exhaust. Not bad, considering we have so much card draw going on with the souls. That's a pretty good card to have as an option. 9 damage, add a soul into the draw pile. Retain 27 damage. Reap. Sure. Deal the damage all hang cards do to this enemy. How many hang cards are you gonna have? It's a rare. But still. I get the deck pretty quickly with all the card draw. Could definitely make that work. Let's go for it. Try and make that work. I could do a train. What happens if I smith this? 13 damage. Retains. 2 more damage and retains. Give me a strength. Waterfall giant. Hang. Defy. Unleash. When killed, does 15 damage at the end of your next turn. Okay. $18 damage. I see the problem. Do that and that. Retain does nothing, actually. And you're about to heal. Damage. And in the bunch of card draw. Okay, you only heal 15. That's not terrible. Hang's damage is doubled. Unleash. That does 20. To block some of that. Okay, when you... that's not how that works. I guess I just managed to summon a whole bunch. Does not come back with full HP on death. Still, summon. Card draw. Retain hands. Retain hand. Now, ooh, that's 4 times as much. It doesn't add... it doubles the doubling. That makes that extremely good. Just gotta wait for it to come back around again. More souls. Draw. Draw. 88 damage. And you're about to steam erupt for a ton of damage. Doesn't really matter. I have enough HP for that. This does nothing. Block. 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 Gooch. That will be difficult at higher ascensions where you do not fully heal after the boss battle. Time's up. Transfigure or misery. Ooh. I'll take Transfigure. If I can transfigure the Hang, that would be excellent. Now what's a skeleton doing inside of these walls? My aim is simple. Vengeance for my family. I'll reach the top and make him pay. Wonderful! Yep. Yes, please. Thin deck, new goal. Just keep drawing hang as much as possible. Keep playing it as much as possible. Build up to silly amounts of damage. We hang once. We block some damage. Here comes the draw. Misery. Draw. Draw. Have hang play twice. He does 8. Yeah. I would like to block that damage. Bam. Kaboom. You can keep that card. I'd rather just thin the deck. Doom, Doom, Haunt. Okay, so random enemy loses 6 HP. That couldn't be part of the plan. Right then. Charge up to 3 attacks with sharp 3. Gnarled hammer. If you play a debuff, they take 9 damage. Let's get rid of the random defend. No, I don't want any of that. Not really paying much consideration to where I'm going on the map right now, which may be a mistake. Kaboom. Kabam. Tame the Wisp. Okay, there's hang 1. Haunt. Yeah, get you weakened for next turn. Boost Stee. A bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of summoning. Here's hang 2. Tame my hand. That gets me for the deck right quick. Draw. Draw. Here's hang 3. And down they go. Whenever you draw an ethereal card, draw a card. I have 2 of those. It's probably not enough to make that worth it. You know what? Sure. It's more souls. These guys. You can block all of that, right, buddy? Draw. Here we go. Apply that to one of you. Throw down the misery, and the weakness propagates. Nice. Hang doubling isn't going to do much for me here. Boom. Haunt, yes. Draw. Draw. Block. Block. Draw. Start taking you down. Bit of a weird deck I have going on here. Propagate the weakness. Get rid of you. Take another 1 damage. Kaboom, kabam. Do 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 do. Boom, boom, you're dead. Another haunt. Go on then. That'll synergize quite nicely. Want another +1 strength? Sure I do. Hello. Hunter killer. Right. Tons of haunt setup. Whenever you play a card, lose 1 strength and dexterity this turn. Ugh. Okay. Block first. Start throwing down some souls. Wisp. That. Bodyguard blocks some damage. Not all of it. Definitely some of it. 12 damage there. It's like no block. It's like no block. That's like block. But really, the weak is more useful to me. And the bodyguard, that's not affected by the negative dex. Defend. Dirge. Blocks most of the damage again. And away you go. Another Defy, Flatten. 12 damage, costs 0 if Otzi has attacked this turn. Let's take another Defy. It's ethereal. Okay. I want to enchant Hang. Definitely. Just have the doubling get better, faster. Raise HP by 7. Lovely. Triangle again. Steam. 10 for block, bodyguard, search. Okay, apply weakness. Hit you with something. It's Haunt 1. May as well. Okay, here's our first hang. Do I transfigure it too? I think I do. Bang! Gonna take some damage here, mind you. Oh, it's an elite. That's kind of to be expected. What am I at for? Things. It's fine. Probably. Draw! Draw! Stupid damage. I think I've got a decent strategy going here. 7 damage, vulnerable, and weaker twice as effective against the enemy for the next 3 turns. Ooh. Ooh. Doubled effectivity weak. It's probably worth it. I don't want to add too many cards to the deck, but it's probably worth it. Replay hang. Gonna be taking some damage off the bat here, though, if I do that now. He'll come around again soon enough. Get you weakened. Get you weakened more for longer. Get the souls into the draw pile. You're double weakened, so you do not nearly as much scary stuff as you would do. I draw again. Or do that. Kaboom, kabang. Throw down the weakness. Spread the weakness. Block more, block more. That blocks all of the incoming damage for now. I also have some thorns, thanks to the bronze scales. High damage. Spreading weakness. Ooh, that spreads the hang. That's pretty nice. I didn't need to do that. Hit you with a double weak. Do. Take damage. Take damage. Get overkilled by hang. 9 damage and an additional 2 for each soul in your exhaust pile. I'll take Enfeebling Touch instead. I think here I'll take the rest. And hopefully I won't take too much damage from the next delete and I can gain my 3rd strength there. Go into a hidden room. It's packed with an array of dolls, each unique, their expressions ranging from joy to sorrow, their attire spanning centuries and realms beyond your own. A chorus of whispers grows louder and louder until the dolls are shouting over each other and calling for you. You must choose one and leave immediately. Whenever you add a card to your deck, add 1 additional copy. At the start of your turn, deal damage equal to the turn number to all enemies. I'll take that one. As you pick up the worn-looking doll, all of the voices go silent. This one doesn't speak. Okay. I'm tempted to use the swiftness potion here. I'm going to. That'll help. Get some souls going. And I think just get Haunt going as well right away. Get Thorns! Yep, 2 damage. Ten. You're weakened. And you're weakened. I am gonna need to heal at the other rest site as well. It's a bit of a shame. That's good though. Gain some pseudo block. Block-ish. Draw. 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 That's just pretty great on its own. Lantern is nice as well. Gain 13 block, reduce this card's cost by 1 whenever anyone dies. Ooh. Including Otzi, I guess. Summon 3, exhaust a card from your draw pile. Skip. It's supposed to be keeping the deck minimal. We have the giant enemy crab. Get Horn up and going quickly. Spread weakness over there. Not the worst first turn in the world. Spin it around. And get some souls going. Take some damage as a consequence, but I think it's worth it to get the souls out there. You deal no damage. Turn. Flipping bada boom. One weird rocket coming right up. It's gonna double. I'm just gonna have to take this hit, aren't I? Draw. Well, now it's doing a bit less. Spread the debuff. Damage incoming. Not as bad as it could have been, though. Block up. Draw. Summon. Salvo. That's gonna kill. Lovely. One down, one to go. 102 block. It's doubling the weakness better than gaining block. Let's see. Same difference. And this way that effect is still there for future turns, so yes, I did make the right call. Kaboom. Draw. Die. Act 2 cleared. Here we go. Also another misery, or at the start of your turn, add one sweeping gaze into your hand. Ethereal also does 10 damage to a random enemy. Exhaust. Another hang! That's what I was wanting. What? Test subject. Your guards are dead. Rumors say you can bestow blessings for those who wish the architect dead. I appreciate someone capable and shall grant a measure of my power. Next time, don't kill my guards. Chant all card rewards with Glam. Raise max HP by 31. I want... yeah. 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 In exchange for an extra energy, I can cope with having 3 days shuffled into my deck. Immediately off to a good start there. Oh, nothing much else in my hand is useful. One up and running. Well, I have nothing but attacks. Might as well attack. I'll weaken you by a ton. I'm good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Double that. Summony, summony. Damage through draw, damage through draw, damage through draw. Loads of damage from hang. Just fine. Ethereal draw 3. Yeah. Now that I have my extra energy every turn, yeah. Now which way am I going? This way? From this way? From that way? Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Strolls are biting. Oh, great. Thanks. Get all three dazed immediately. Okay. Put that on you. Damagey, damagey. Take no damage. Spread the weakness. Haunt. Doesn't really matter. Yes, it does. Play it on you. Draw 3. 6 and weak. Summon instead. Down you go. First time this card has been played this turn, draw a card. Sure. Basically free. A battle-worn dummy. As your approach begins to rumble and fizzle and lights up brilliantly. 3 turns to defeat me. Choose a setting or face lethal humiliation. Here are the options. Lowest setting. Flex potion. Maybe I could have handled a higher setting. Didn't want to risk it though. Got a potion. Equipped to defend this factory against intruders. Be sure to hydrate after training sessions. Factory? 10 status cards. Ugh. That'll help. Put replay on that. Flail around. Buff and debuff. Some free damage. Some great damage. Add a few souls to the equation. And some more. $33. Well, that's not good. All of the status cards turn up. Lose strength. Block it all. Hopefully we don't get absolutely awful draws. We're getting absolutely awful draws. Who would have thought? There we go. Not too bad. That guy looks like he's definitely annoying though. Dance Macabre. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more, gain 4 block. This looks good. Ooh. I'm gonna immediately grab that. Imagine increasing the card's damage by 3. I have a better idea. It's called repeatedly doubling it instead. I think I'm good, actually. We'll swing around here. Get my final +1 strength. Get my Centennial Puzzle. First time you'll use HP each combat, gain 3 cards. More card draw. Oh, this is a pretty awful first hand. Aha. Play that for free. Play some weak. Look at all those souls. Look at all that health. Hang 1. Haunt, yes. Hang 2. Let's make the weak do more. Some more. Lose strength. Ugh. This is not so great. Not so great. You gotta do so much damage. Hang goes doubling. So I'm gonna take 6. 2 damage. Now you're definitely dead. Overkilled. Ooh, a pair. Nice. Reanimate, summon 20, exhaust. Once he's alive, he does 12 damage to all enemies and you gain 12 block, and else he dies. Summon 20. Gonna take block. Heal. I feel in need of some block. Okay. Gets rid of 1 artifact. More incoming damage. Transfigure. Hang. That clears the artifact, at least. Do that. Play Severance. Burn. Alright, net me some block. Want more. Doubling. Blocking. Well, draw. Let's do the double weak. And you lose strength. And extend the weakness. Don't really want to retain the hand this turn. Yeah, great. More burns. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. More burns. Now we build the damage. Now we build the damage. Goodbye. Fruit juice. Drink. Permafrost. Lose 2 strength, gain energy at the start of each turn. I would not be too unhappy about that. But also, do I really need more energy? I'm gonna skip. Yes, please. That's a free full heal. Up to 99. That lets me do something else in the rest side. Thinker time. Navigating through an endless sea of corpses, you find a mad scientist scavenging for various scraps. Yes, hi, hello! You look like a capable fighter. I need a tester for my next atrocity device. How about it? What kind of tool will help you kill everyone? 8 block, 12 damage. I am not really in need of damage. Draw 3 cards or add a random card into your hand that costs 0. I would like it to draw. Little did you know, that scientist went on to create hundreds of weapons, resulting in several thousand deaths within the Spire. Well, what do you expect me to do about it? Becomes innate. $15 damage. Removes exhaust. That'll do 18 now, with my 3 strength. And it gets doubled every time. Test subject number C8. When it would be defeated, it instead revives even stronger. Whenever you play a skill, gains 2 strength. Oh joy. That sounds pretty bad. Okay, hang. I'm just gonna have to take the hit then. Don't want it to become too strength-filled. Skill. Okay. So yeah, I can play those just fine. Let's do that. Does some damage. That's just fine. That's just fine. Okay. Draw 3. Guess I'll replay that. 16 block, draw 6 cards. Seems pretty alright to me. And it's back, and it has painful stabs, and it revives even stronger. Shuffle 1 wound into the discard pile each time you receive unblocked attack damage. Joyous day. Alright. Hang 1. Let's get some block. Give me a thing. So many souls. For 30 damage. Draw. That's 6 times 4, which is not quite 30. But it's close. And it adds a bajillion souls into the draw pile. Or, you know, like 6. Still good. Look at this. Do damage, apply debuffs. Death via hang. I would like to retain my hand, but I have nothing to target. And it's back! At the end of every other turn, gains intangible. 1 damage. One damage. 1 damage. Bam, bam, bam. More than 1 damage. Goodbye, Otzi again. Draw more. Draw more. Let me double up on the hang. Draw more. Science! Draw. Draw. Still got a few more in there. Don't really want to use all of them though. That'll do for now. Course, that's intangible again. Add more. More. Burns. Hang in there. Draw. Draw. Summon straight back up again. That'll block enough. Defend. Draw. 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 I need more defense. Well, it doubles the hang. I hope I can kill you next turn. Because that's going to do some damage. Draw. Here we go. Casual 104 damage. Would have had trouble had there been an Act 4. Fortunately, there isn't. Architect! You killed my parents. You killed my friend. You killed my life. And now I will kill you. Vengeance, is it? No, thank you. $10,690,739,650 damage. It's a lot of damage. And yet, he continues to just float there. I got a fair few epochs discovered. 6 of them. 54 new cards, 2 new relics, 7 new enemies. Knock by accumulating score. The Architect. Too many beasts of imagination began to populate Freon, and things aren't simple and fun anymore. The creatures didn't make sense. The monsters don't follow logic. Maybe there needs to be one who can create, destroy, and control this mess. An entity with its own imagination and will. Let's imagine such a being. Colorless cards. Gain 7 plating. 3. Jackpot. Deal 25 damage, add 3 random 0-cost cards into your hand. Also costs 3. Prep time. Costs 1 at the start of your turn, gain 4 vigor. Good for anything with multi-hit. Beat Act 3 3 times. Enamored by the growth and stability of flora and fauna, the architect spends decades researching and refining them. And so, at last, the penultimate creation, the ancient seeds, are complete. The seeds, which turned out to be failures, the mistakes, were placed in a heavy coffer and hurled into the ocean's depths. Now climb the spire through customizable runs and seeds. Beat Act 1 with a Necrobinder. Who is worthy to enter the exalted Spire? The capital gathers the most brilliant, formidable, and courageous from all the lands. 12 explorers formed an expedition and advanced inside to make history. None made it back. This one has a guitar. This one has a drill. This one is very tall. Cards unlocked. Play 13 Doom, draw a card. Whenever you play a card this turn, apply 3 Doom to the enemy. That seems very good. At the start of your turn, apply 6 Doom to a random enemy. Beat Act 2. Incident report. Date 2771. Something something. Accidentally entered a conflict between a boulder-throwing individual and flying automatons. Fighter crushed by a boulder. Fighter fire in the hole. The barge shot by a construct. The healer touched grass. The Arcanist whereabouts unknown. That doesn't look like being shot by a construct. That looks like being eaten by a bird. Relics unlocked. Whenever Otzi attacks, gain 2 block. At the start of each combat, add 3 souls into your draw pile. Whenever a non-minion enemy dies to Doom, heal 3 HP. Interesting. Beat Act 3 with a Necrobinder. We were but meant to survey the preliminary floors, but it proved nothing like we expected. Such wondrous wildlife, curious artifacts, and even wandering traders. From whence have these marvels arrived? Our team seems intent on hoarding riches, but at least my enthusiasm is shared by Giovan. We have fallen madly in love and shall soon welcome a child into our lives. Potions unlocked. Apply 33 Doom. Add 2 souls into your hand. Summon 15. Ascensions for the Necrobinder. The Defect reboots. Surrounded by a wreckage of molten metal ash and thousands of dead bugs. Data log corrupt. Its core barely held together, limbs barely responsive, the Defect scavenges broken panels and pieces from other constructs to patch itself back together. The Defect is ready. Many things. Many things. But for now, this will be all of the things. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Stay safe, and until next time, I shall see you soon.